You take the money from employees, you make deductions but you didn't contribute, or you didn't contribute your part. All these are criminal offences. My name is Louis Liaw. I'm an employment lawyer and a principal at Louis Liaw Chambers. For failure to contribute, sometimes not only contribute, you take the money from employees, you make deductions but you didn't contribute, or you didn't contribute your part. All these are criminal offences. So not only you have to pay back the things that is owed money-wise, you will also be subjected to criminal offence such as a fine or an imprisonment. There's many sections, by the way. For EPF, you didn't keep the records correctly, you didn't contribute correctly, you contribute late. All these, they are criminal offences. The failure to pay, failure to contribute. On conviction, be liable to imprisonment of not exceeding 3 years or to a fine not exceeding 10,000 ringgit or to both. If you fail to pay on time, there may be a late payment charge. So even if you power back in the future, there may still be a penalty for late payment. And if, let's say, because of your non-contribution, the employee gets less dividend, you also have to pay back that dividend. For example, if the EPF account got 100,000, EPF declare 5% dividend, that would give you 500 ringgit. So your failure to contribute 100,000 ringgit, if you have contributed, it would have been 200,000 plus the 5%. This person would have gotten 1,000 ringgit as dividend. But because of a failure to contribute the 100,000, for 1 year didn't contribute, for example, this employee lose 500 ringgit of dividend because of your failure to contribute. So not only you have to pay back the 100,000 ringgit that you failed to contribute, you also need to pay the extra 500 ringgit of dividend that this employee would have gotten if you had contributed on time. So companies are responsible for both the contribution as well as the dividends. So that is for EPF. Now SOCSO, failure to contribute, you deduct but you didn't contribute. Failure to submit reports, you stop people from investigating, you reduce the salary, you tell employee, hey, your salary is 2,000 ringgit. Your SOCSO contribution, let's say, is 10 ringgit, but the employer don't want to contribute the 10 ringgit. The employer said, I deduct your salary to 1,990 ringgit so that I save 10 ringgit and I use that 10 ringgit as employer contribution. So I don't want to contribute, I'm not happy, I don't want to contribute, I deduct from your salary to contribute. That is also an offense. All these things are all offenses under the SOCSO, which also will subject to fine up to 10,000 ringgit or 2 years imprisonment or with both. Lastly, EIS. This one is under the EIS registration and contribution regulations. Failure to contribute, you also commit an offence and on conviction shall be liable to a fine not exceeding 10,000 ringgit or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years or to both. So all is similar, 10,000 ringgit, 2 years or both. So please remember, failure to contribute EPF SOCSO EIS unless it is for an independent contractor. A failure to do so, not only you will be sued in a civil court to pay back the money you owed, but your failure to pay itself is a criminal offence which you can be subject to fine and imprisonment. And the liability doesn't stop at the company. It's not something that you can say that I just close down a company, then it's not my problem. No, if you are a director, you will still be personally liable. Being a director comes with a lot of responsibility and liability, a lot of consequences because you're responsible for the actions of the company.